Welcome back to Nasdaq Trade Talks. I'm your host, Jill Malandrino, Global Markets Reporter at Nasdaq. We've been coming to you live from RatesEvolved, brought to you by Viable Markets. It's the industry's only global interest rate conference. Joining me on set, we have Horacio Barakat. He is the Vice President of Fixed Income over at Broadridge Financial Services. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you.
On set at RatesEvolved. Let's talk about emerging technology in the capital markets. Super hot topic at the conference today. How do you see that impacting fixed income markets?
Well, I think technology has always been a key driver of change for capital markets overall. But I think the pace of change has been accelerating given the introduction of new technologies into the market. And that is creating not only the introduction of new products and services, but I think most importantly, making a shift in the migration of value within the market participants in the ecosystem. So you can see value going from traditional players to more disruptive players that actually change in market infrastructure. Moving from the ability of having data and actually garnering that data and creating deep insights from that data. And then it actually giving much more importance to the availability and the creation of a network and making that network sticky towards your products so that they don't get challenged by new entrants.
I would imagine there's some hurdles to technology adoption. What are some of the challenges that you're seeing firms face?
Well, I think the key challenge is how do you build a network that is going to agree to a way of doing things and actually move that technology forward? And I think that is the key challenge. That's why one of the things that we do at Broadridge is actually leveraging the network that we already have in our platforms to actually accelerate the introduction of new technologies. I think that is the key, because a new technology could be great, but without the network to use it, you cannot actually bring the value to the market.
Mm-hmm. Well, so Broadridge, you bill yourself as a $15 billion fintech grown-up. How do you remain nimble for a company that large? $15 billion is big. How do you remain nimble from the competition with the fintech startups?
Well, we have a philosophy at Broadridge that is reinvent yourself. Try to disrupt your own products, your own markets. And we are very, very true to that. We actually have innovation centers. We have a blockchain center of excellence that is at the front end of developing technology. And we're also investing in the upstarts, that actually are creating this technology and trying to make their way into the world. For example, we have invested in Digital Asset, one of the leaders in blockchain technology, among others. So we will continue to do that over time.
All right, let's talk about blockchain, one of our favorite topics on the show. Can it handle the complexity of modern capital markets?
Actually, it's the reverse. We want to, by using distributed-ledger technology, we want to remove the complexity from the capital markets. And I think that's the beauty of distributed-ledger technology, that by having most of the participants operate under a single source of truth of information and interacting within themselves, you can actually remove some of that complexity.
Mm-hmm. Is it scalable, though, to not compromise key principles within the capital markets? Is it scalable and simple enough to implement?
In the tests and in the products, in the solutions that we're building, we actually tested for throughput, we tested for stability, and for the specific pain points that we're solving for, the technology is more than enough to solve for the capacity and to solve for the institutionalization of this technology.
Yeah, well, let's hope 2019 is the year we start implementing these technologies. It's so exciting. Thank you so much, Horacio, for joining us at RatesEvolved.
Thank you.
And thank you for joining me throughout the day. I'm Jill Malandrino, Global Markets Reporter at Nasdaq.